morning, good afternoon. Here we are, 2017 fall food plot season is upon us. As you remember last video, we got our fall food plots limed and turned over. We turned over the lime about I think it was about 2 or 3 days after I put it in. So it's been sitting turned over for probably, I don't even know, 4 weeks, something like that. Like I've said in the past, a lot of seed companies recommend that you put your lime in a lot earlier, like in this summer, I guess, and give it some more time to activate, to balance out the pH. So I've always done it about a month or so in advance, and I've had pretty decent luck. So when I got the results in from Whitetail Institute, I put the line down, and this section of this field is actually pretty good, pretty close to where it needs to be as far as pH in the soil and fertilizer. I only had to buy this year 4 bags of 10-10-10. So this quarter acre is going to get 75 pounds, and then the other quarter acre is also going to get 75 pounds. So a bag and a half in each one. This side this year, I'm going with the same thing that I planted right butted up against it last year, 2016. I planted winter peas right next to it. And unbelievable! What a food plot! The attraction on this product is it was, I've never seen it. I've never seen so many deers. Jesus Christ! I sound like a non-hunter. I've never seen so many deer on the property before. Even with the pure attraction that I planted, pure attraction was good, and I have another bag of it. But the winter peas, man, I mean, in a quarter acre little area, I had 7-8 deer a night. I had to scare them out of the food plot just to come out of my tree stand. And even with that, they used to run and come right back. So we're going with that product again, and then the goal is, like I've said, spring 2018, I'll turn this over to clover. So I have my clover next to that, next to this new plot, and then last year's clover on my first food plot from 2016. So I'm going to go ahead and start spreading my fertilizer now. I'll till that in, putting the seeds right on top of the soil, and I'll drag it with a piece of chain link fence. It's worked for me in the past. I've had good luck with it. It doesn't look that good now. I mean, you could see there's a lot of grass and shit in here growing, but we'll turn that over, get it knocked in and under. It'll become organic matter, and we should be good. It's not going to be the most perfect seed bed, but it'll work. It'll definitely work. So let's get this going, and we'll get started. I'm going to put the fertilizer in with the same bag I do the seeds. So that'll be that. Okay, here we go. I got half a bag in, half a bag of 10-10-10. I have to do this 3 times to cover the plot. Alright, I just got everything sprayed. I got all the fertilizer spread, and I've been working for about 25 minutes, and I'm filthy, I'm exhausted, and I've sweated out, I don't even know how much. So we got the rototiller on the machine. we're going to go ahead and start with that. You think it's easy doing one of these videos? Okay, we're live from the tractor. Coming over good. I'm not too worried about the little bit of grass. Not that strip. That's going to get turned over. I'm not. The other grass in there, I'm not too worried about it. Because once these radishes come up, brassicas, that's going to get all shaded out. It's a little bit wetter than the way I like it. The fruit plot, of course. But it should work, should be okay. So, tractor's doing good. Coming up good. I'm on a couple of the last passes over here. And that's going to be it for this fruit plot. See you in a little bit. Alright, there's what our seed bed looks like. It's not the prettiest, but like I've had some experience in the past, and it's okay. It works. Nice and loose. There are some clumps over here, but that's most of it is like roots that are going to break down. So it's this should pick up just with the moisture in the soil that it is. We should get germination quickly, and I think they're calling for showers, a chance of showers tonight. Today's Sunday, August 20th. It's a year and a day exactly from when we planted seeds last year. Almost a year to the day. So this should germinate pretty good, pretty quick. So here's what we got. Whitetail Winter Peas Plus, and plants up to 11,000 square feet, quarter acre. That's actually not exactly a quarter acre. That's a little bit more, 11,000 square feet. So planting that. That's going to go on here. Let's put the seeds in and let's get ready to rock. It's now, let me put this on my tripod here. So like I said last year, it's not really a secret, it's written right on the bag. What you want to do to get, to ensure that you're getting all your coverage. I don't even know if you can see my face. To ensure that you're getting all the coverage, let me change the station on my radio. Hey, go to channel 2. Just hit the up button to channel 2. This is what I carry when I'm in the field. My wife is at the house. You got to hit menu and then the up arrow. And then hit the button to call me. You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? You hear me? Channel 2? Channel 2, Channel 2. This is unbelievable. They go to college. She went to college. I don't know how many years. They can't figure out how to use one of these. Babe, you okay?
I hear you clear.
Yeah, but I'm getting interference over here. My radio keeps going off.
Okay, I'm hitting the menu button and then the up button, but it's not changing the channel.
Alright, just leave it on this one then. Leave it on channel 1.
10-4.
30 years of college, you still don't know how to use these things.
Asshole, I'm doing what you're
You see the
telling
way
me
she
to do,
talks to
and
me?
it's not working. Now I asked you, do we have to hold the menu button down and press up, or just press menu, then press up?
Press menu, let the menu button go, and then press up, and it should go to channel 2. And then 2 is going to be blinking, and hit the button on the side where you would call me. You hear me? You hear me? This is great. Can't write this stuff.
And nothing's a screen. There's a lock symbol on the screen. Does that mean anything?
Just leave it on this channel. Leave it on this channel. Yeah, it's probably locked. Leave it on this channel. You're going to be featured in my next YouTube video. I want you to know that. I was all live.
What?
Yeah. Alright, I gotta go.
Goodbye.
You understand? You guys want to get fucking married, okay? There's only a couple of good things when you get married. Her paycheck. Someone to clean, someone to cook. Even though I help out as much as she does. Alright. So these seeds look a little different from last year. Let's see if we can... Looks like there's some seeds, oats, I don't know what the hell else is in there. Some radishes. So, this is what some people do to make sure they have full coverage on, am I recording? Yeah, I am. A lot of people like to go, and again, whatever works for you guys is good. Some people go up and down the plot and then side to side to make sure they have good coverage. So, whether you go up and down or side to side, you're still covering the plot. So what I did last year, it's actually a tip on the bag. Put half the bag inside the spreader. Try to cover the whole area. Once you add a seed, put the other half a bag in, and then do the same thing again. And that worked for me pretty good last year. So this is a pretty small bag. The seed is about up to here. So I'm going to put in about that much and go for it. Unless you're disciplined enough to control your spreading, which I think I'm at that point. I think I can figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And if you want to if you guys elect to do that, just have your spreader open on like one of the smallest settings that allows the product to come out. So this is for a 1/4 acre. Okay, this big bag. Now, this little bag is also for a 1/4 acre. So this is where you got to be careful. When you got a small amount, you really got to be disciplined enough to either split the bag in half, spread that, come back to the other half, spread that, or dump the whole bag in. Really, be conservative with the spreading and cover it that way. So I'm pretty confident I can do it with this one. Let's do it. Let's do it, babe. And then you want to always start cranking before you pull the little release mechanism. Get lined up. What you could do is another tip. Instead of going all zigzag and all over the place, start at one point. Find a marker a couple hundred yards ahead of you. and just walk straight to it. So what I'm going to use is, if you can see the utility poles and transmission lines, I'm going to use the pole on the left. Start from here, walk straight up, go about 20 feet to one side, grab another marker and come up and then back down, and that should be it. If once I cover it all once, then I may start doing my little zigzag. If I see a bald spot, I'll throw it in. But for the most part, the first initial pass, you want to try to keep it uniform so you can see what the hell is going on. All right, here we go. Start cranking. Here's my trigger. All these fucking bags suck. Even this one. So as you can see, I came out of the frame, but I did cover everything already once. That pass coming straight up to the camera was my second pass right here. So I'm gonna go down, go back down, and that's it. Everything right now is covered pretty good. So I'm just keep going. I love when people say food plots and bait is the same thing. My fucking ass is the same thing. Okay. Another piece of shit product. Okay. I gotta get in the shade. Okay. Let's see if I can get this back down. So, on a side note, I don't know if everybody knows, but most of my hunting is done in Sullivan County, New York State. 3H is the zone. We've been having a visitor every so often. Seen him already twice in the past 3 weeks. And that visitor comes by the means of a black bear. Now, New York just jumped on the bandwagon to open up an early bear season. I think it's in September. So, you bet your fucking ass I'm going to be out here trying to shoot that thing. I shot one bear here in 2011 that was 400 pounds. If any of you guys are friends with me on Instagram or Facebook, it's I put it up there. So a bear, if they're not hibernating, so bears usually go into hibernation right around the end of gun season. The past few years have been really warm, so they don't hibernate until probably January or so, January, February. So you bet your ass they'll be out here in the evenings. And I want somebody to tell me that a bear doesn't eat radishes. A bear will pretty much eat anything you leave out for him. So we got one setup right here. That's going to be one tree stand there. My tree stand is way down in the back there. And I'm going to set up another one just in these trees right over here. Because we do have an apple tree there. We have the clover right here and the new food plot here. So this is in. Seeds are down, and it's wet. it is wet. I'm contemplating whether or not just leaving the seeds the way they are or dragging them very lightly with a piece of chain link fence just to cover whatever gets covered. And that's it. So this is done. We're going to go head over to the other two small ones, which may be another video. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it for today and the food plots. That's it. This food plot game is a hurry up and wait. Hurry up, wait, and pray. You hurry up for the next season to come. You make all your preparations, your plans, all that stuff. Rush to get everything in. When the rain comes, you got to rush, you know, pedal to the metal. Get your seeds in. Pray for the rain. So, that's it. Winter peas, 2017 fall food plots. Let's do it. Okay, so the plots, oh boy, they don't want that. So the seeds are in. We're gonna cover them up. Nothing fancy. Okay? Chain link fence hooked up to the back of the rototiller. We'll just drag it. That's it. Let's see how it works. That's it. That's all you need. Just cover a little bit. We're good to go. My tires pack in the rest.